The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Cleveland Browns on Monday night, and Steelers Nation does not know how to feel about this. I don't know how to feel about this. Let me start off by saying it's great to get the win, great to get the dub. 1-0 in the AFC North. Beating the Browns always feels great because the Browns were Browns. 1-1 overall, 500, with the one loss being to the team that just got ranked first in the power rankings on either NFL Network or ESPN or both. I know power rankings don't matter, but we all know San Francisco is a powerhouse. Okay. Now, with that being said, I have been not a Matt Canada defender. He's definitely sucked throughout his entire tenure, but I was defending the decision that the Steelers had to keep him because the offense wasn't great in the second half of last season, but they did enough to get the job done and to win games. The running game got going. The offensive line looking like it looks like it was meshing. Kenny looked like he was progressing in his development, and all of that shit is out of the window. It feels like all of that shit is completely out of the window. Kenny looks worse. Offensive line, more money has been invested into it, and the performance has gotten worse. They're still not using fucking George Pickens like they should be, even with Deontay being out. I know he was targeted 10 times, only 4 catches. Now, 127 yards or whatever he had. Great. George is a superstar. We know this. But if you keep Matt Canada around, man, I'm just so ready for them to fire this dude. Okay, so if they don't like, obviously they're not going to. They're not going to fire him unless I just don't. Like, it's not a Steelers move for them to fire him at all this season. Now we play the Raiders on Sunday. Their defense has not been good. Then we play the Texans the following week, and their defense has not been good. So hopefully we can get some shit going, and hopefully this is just 49ers defense godly. Browns defense very good. Hopefully it's just chalked up to that. But how can I say that confidently? I can't. And the reason why I can't is because they play like this against shitty defenses. They've done this every game since Matt Canada has been hired. Not even as the OC, but just on the team. Like you started off, well, first year as quarterbacks coach. They let Randy Fichtner go, hired or I guess promoted Matt Canada to the OC, and he's worse than Randy Fichtner. Oh my God! Like, how could you be worse than that guy? Oh man, it's so frustrating, and I would be completely okay with them giving him the boot right now, today, Wednesday, September 20th. I'd be so okay with that. I would have been okay with it after last week's performance. And what really terrifies me about Matt Canada is if Kenny continues to play like he has these first 2 games, then we don't know whether Kenny's going to be good or not. You can't get a fair assessment of Kenny. And I believe in Kenny, but I think we could all agree that whether you believe in Kenny or you don't, the jury's still out. And honestly, the people who don't believe in him, they they have more reasoning for that than people like me who do believe in him. So and even if Kenny is the guy, like Matt Canada, I'm worried that if he continues to be the OC for the duration of just this season alone, you're gonna kill Kenny's confidence, progression. If he had any ability to be good, I'm worried that that shit's gonna go out the window. And yeah, you could hire a new OC in season or after the season, but if this shit goes long enough, then people start calling for Kenny's job. That guy could start to mentally break down. We see this shit with kickers all the time. Great kickers who you think are great, and then they miss a couple of kicks. All of a sudden, they fucking suck. I'm worried that that could happen to Kenny Pickett because of Matt Canada. And Kenny has not played well in spite or despite Matt Canada's play calling. Like, he's definitely missed some open throws. He has. And you can't put those on Canada, but I'm about to anyways, because this dude has no confidence in what he's seeing or the plays that have been called. Like, you got to get that dude in a rhythm, and there's just no rhythm to this offense, and there hasn't been. There wasn't with Mitch. I know Mitch is not some great quarterback, but Ben is a Hall of Famer, and I know he was at the end of his career, and he was slow, and the arm was starting to give a little bit, but he could still read defenses. He could still go through his progressions and know where the football's supposed to go to. And it seemed like even in that circumstance, Ben wasn't good. And it just like, man, I just don't feel great about this team because getting gashed on the ground. And again, just like I said with the offense going up against great defenses in the 49ers and the Browns and 49ers have great rushing offenses. So hopefully that gets cleared up. But the defense, despite giving up a shit ton of yards on the ground both weeks, the the defense still stepped it up and made plays when they need to make plays, outscoring the offense. TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith, them dudes are fucking dogs. Them dudes are the fucking shit. I love them dudes, man. And I'm so proud that I'm a fan watching the Pittsburgh Steelers with those two guys. But it also pisses me off. I feel like we're wasting them. I feel like we're wasting the careers of TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith because the offense can't do shit. Something's got to give, man. Like, I do not like Colin Cowherd. I think he talks out of his ass so much and he doesn't know what he's talking about half the time. If you want to listen to what's truly going on within a franchise and organization, go to the beat writers. They're there at practice, they're there at training camp, they're there in preseason. That's their job, is to cover these teams. They know what the fuck is going on. Colin Cowherd does not know what the fuck is going on. But he made a point yesterday on Tuesday after the Monday night game saying that loyalty is seen as pretty much a good thing universally, like a virtue. Like, loyalty is a virtue seemingly on a universal scale. But the Pittsburgh Steelers proved that wrong. They're so loyal to Matt Canada that they're crashing and burning. And I thought that was the best point Colin Cowherd has made, and maybe his everything that I've listened to him in his career. I can't agree with that shit more. They are loyal to a fault when it comes to Matt Canada. And I don't know why I was so excited when Randy Fichtner left and they brought this dude up. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be good. Because I mean, hindsight is 2020, but that dude wasn't good in college. He had one good year in college as a coordinator. And every other year he had to bounce around because nobody wanted to fucking keep him because he's inadequate. He's inadequate. And yes, you can throw some blame on the offensive line. You can throw some blame on Kenny. You can throw some blame on Najee. I won't throw any blame on Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren has been fucking terrific. But I can't get a fair assessment of any of the shit because of Matt Canada. And I keep hearing people saying it's not all his fault. It's not all his fault. But if there's no fucking rhythm because of the play calling and he does end up calling a good play after there has been no rhythm, then the confidence in the team is going to be shot. So it is his fault. It is Matt Canada's fault. I love Arthur Moats and his podcast with Arthur Motes and Deke. But he's just like, it's not all Canada. I think it's more Kenny than Canada. It's like, dude, I mean, you're the professional. You would know way better than I would. But we all agree that offenses need to get in the rhythm, and play callers and scripts are supposed to get the offense in said rhythm. And Canada he maybe has 4 games where he had a good offensive script for the first drive out of 36. That's like 1 out of 12 games. That's not even twice a year. Like, dude, this guy fucking sucks. And I was at the game Monday night. I heard the Fire Canada chants, and they were loud. And I was included in that loudness because I was saying it myself. Like, dude, and like, I mean, he seems like a nice dude. Everybody that talks to him, Joe Buck had an interview with Pat McAfee. He was like, "Oh, he's a nice guy." I don't give a fuck if he's a nice guy. Great, go be nice with your family and your friends. I'm trying to watch some fucking offensive explosion. I'm not trying to see 9 first downs in the first 2 games or whatever the fuck they have. No first downs in the first quarter. They didn't have a fucking red zone snap against the Browns. Kick this guy to the fucking curb. I don't care about your loyalty. Be loyal to me as a fan, not to him. Be loyal to performance. Be loyal to performance. How about be loyal to your investments? First round running back, first round quarterback. He's putting them in terrible positions. And Najee and Kenny have not played well. And people are calling for Jaylen Warren to start over Najee, which at this point I would say I agree with. But at the same time, Najee should be going between the interior of the offensive line, north, south. Matt Canada's got this guy doing fucking zone sweeps, pitching at the outside, trying to get him around the fucking edge. That's not who Najee Harris is. That's who Jaylen Warren is. That's not who Najee Harris is, man. I just don't understand. And I don't know shit about X's and O's. I don't know shit about X's and O's. But goddamn, I'm fucking watching the game. I can tell you what play they're about to run. I can see Najee go to the outside. I'm like, why are you running him to the outside? The fucking 3rd and 1, they're in shotgun and run a fucking option. Kenny keeps it. I don't know if he was supposed to hand it. I don't know if it was a fucking of option to give to Najee or keep. But like, I just like it's 3rd and 1. It's not 3rd and 4. Why are you in shotgun? Running out of shotgun. Oh, they won't expect this. Sometimes predictability is all right if it's a high percentage play. The fucking Eagles, everybody knows they're going to run the tushy pushy with Jalen Hurts, and they still execute it. Just fucking do a QB sneak with Kenny or give the ball north and south to Najee or Jaylen Warren for that matter. Or even Connor Hayward. I don't give a fuck who you give it to, but the play that you called is not it. It's not it. God, this offense is pissing me off, man. It's pissing a lot of people off. Obviously, we've been talking about Matt Canada for the past 2.5, 3 years. We've been talking about the offense for like 4. Last year, Randy Fichtner, and then the 3 years or 2, whatever it was, with Matt Canada. It's been an ongoing issue, and the sports media is just now waking up to it. I hope that seat is feeling fucking hot. I hope Matt Canada keeps ESPN on in his house. I hope Mike Tomlin listens to First Take or whatever the fuck it is, man. Because they're talking about this shit now. They're talking about Matt Canada sucks. And when they say that, they are right. He is ass. Clapped ass. Dude. Drink my fucking beer. He's so trash, man. And it kills me because again, I believe in Kenny. I believe in Najee. I believe in the investments they made into the O line. But it's just not it, dude. It's just not it. Now, let's talk about some good things, some optimistic things. George Pickens, he is who we've all thought he was. He is the fucking man. Jalen Warren is that dude. Darnell Washington pancaking people again. And that's about it offensively. I mean, I don't think Kenny played as bad as a lot of people made it out to seem. He definitely did miss some throws, but I thought it was improved from week one. Um, Calvin Austin had a nice grab. That's about it on offense. Gunnar Olszewski, I don't know what the fuck that is doing either. Um, Tony toe tapped a kickoff at like the 16-yard line or wherever the fuck it was. If he just catches it with 1 foot out of bounds, or even lets it go out of bounds by itself, which it would have, bro, you're going to the fucking 40-yard line. The defense cannot catch a goddamn break with the offense or with the Gunnar Olszewski returning kicks. Don't let him return any more kicks. Jesus Christ. Oh, MVP aside from George Pickens. That's not a defensive player. Presley Harvin. That dude was punting that bitch. That he might have been the MVP of the game. Non-defensive player. I know George had the long touchdown and another like 30-yard grab, 25 yards, whatever it was. But if Presley Harvin does not boot the ball like he was booting it, pinning them motherfucking Browns back, we'll probably lose that game. So yeah, man, obviously Alex Highsmith, TJ Watt, fucking dogs. Montravius Adams did have a sack. But I think he just gets pushed around in the run game, man. They brought up Braden Fajoko today. They signed him to the active roster, the 50-man, 3-man roster. That's good news. Armon Watts looked all right. In the second half, they didn't run as much, partly because of Nick Chubb, partly because Keanu Benton is a fucking man. So yeah, man, that's some good things. JPJ had an all right game. People talking about the pass interference, but he drove homie all the way to the sideline and made Deshaun Watson try to fit a ball in, and he still threw it 7 yards out of bounds. So it didn't even seem catchable in the first place. Pretty sure a rule of pass interference calls is that the ball has to be catchable. So to all the people like, oh, that sure wasn't catchable. Like, shut the fuck up. Or oh, it was pass interference. You shut the fuck up because it wasn't catchable. All right, all right. Drink my beer again. Sorry for the slurp. But yeah, man, shit should get better. I don't trust in the offense at all. But the Browns, I think, are a very good team, despite them being the Browns. Just a poor organization. But they got a nice roster. And the 49ers, they're like the fucking class of the NFL right now. And another thing to be optimistic about, actually, I was talking to my dad about this, who came to the game with me. Last year, the 49ers, teams that played a game the week after playing the 49ers were 0-15. There was only one team that won the game after playing the 49ers, and that was the Kansas City Chiefs, and they won that game after a bye week. So it was 49ers, bye week, then they played, and they won. So they had a bye week between. All of the teams 0-15. So there might be another team that had a bye week as well. It should be 17 teams. But yeah, man, the Steelers broke that curse. That is fucking great news. So I'll preview Sunday night against the Raiders. I'm going to predict them to win. So I'll just say that right now. The Steelers, that is. And I do expect the offense to be better, but I don't expect it to be good. So, hey, man, if you like this video, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Please share this video around. And there's more content to come every week. Try to make 2 to 3 videos a week. So you probably hear my baby crying. I need to get to him. So I love you guys. Peace.